Hi guys, thanks for viewing. I am Coach Adrien. Let me just share an experience with you. I happened to witness what appears to be a very heated disagreement between a man and a woman. The woman maintained her silence and her position, but the angry man shouted, "Woman, who do you think you are?" Now, of course, there were many people around, and he didn't speak to me. He had no confrontation with me. But somehow I answered under my breath. I answered softly. "She's called woman." And of course, I hoped he did not hear that. The life giver, the bringer of mankind. And upon reflection, it came forcefully to me that up to now, the woman is the only spring of human life on planet Earth. There is no other. The US Census Bureau International data estimated that the world population reached 4.7 billion on April 16, 2017. And it projects that by the end of this year, the end of 2023, it will reach 8 billion. Now, that hit me very strongly because the thought that came to me is, what? Every one of that 7.5 billion, whether male or female, whether class or no class, whether high life or low life, came from a woman. And there is no other source. Because for those of us who espouse the creation account to explain the origin of things, in the creation account in the book of beginnings, the book of Genesis, and I'm referring to Genesis chapter 1, we extract from verses 25 through 28 the following. And I just want to reference that. From verse 25, it says, "God made the beasts of the earth and cattle and everything that creepeth on the earth. And he saw that it was good. And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." So God created man in his own image, and in the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. I'm quoting from the King James Version. And verse 28, "And God blessed them and said to them, Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth." This is what the account says. The account says that God is the master plan and God is the originator of everything, including man, including male, including female. So there are two conclusive, to me, there are two conclusive lessons to be learned from this scripture. One, God made millions of animals in the air, in the sea, on the earth, but he made only one man and one woman. That is very instructive. Very, very, very instructive. Now, if the Census Bureau says that we are approaching 8 billion people by year end, now it means that God could have spoken, or God could have crafted that number, just like he made the first man, by taking the dust of the earth and shaping man and breathe into man himself. God could have crafted that number into existence, but he did not. Why? Ask the inquiring mind. I think herein lies the answer to the angry man's question. Woman, who do you think you are? And four things come to my mind. God gave the woman the divine right and the highly favored privilege to continue creation, which he started in union with a man. That's God's design. That's God's choice. That is God's plan. But man would, in union with the woman, continue that creation, but only on the woman's term. If she's not ready, there is no fruit. Point number two, to the woman is given, only to the woman is given the laboratory to conceive, to house, to nurture, and to deliver a new life. Man cannot expect to have the gift of a new life, and by himself, he can only expect to have the gift of new life through sexual contact with the woman. And mind you, the formula is divinely rigid. It is divinely rigid. It would not work with a substitute. That is to say, should the man attempt to substitute the role of the woman, the attempt would fail. So if he goes with an animal, if he goes with a man, it just would fail because none of them have that typical or that special laboratory so that the union would produce a man or a woman as is designed. So is there something that we are missing concerning the role of man? I think it's all about the world. It's all about the society. It's about the economic system. It's all about the education system. It's about the mass media. It's about the liberal philosophy that have conditioned how we perceive the woman and how we ascribe roles to males and females in our society. Just reflect on that. Isn't it all a product of learned behavior? The very practice of substituting the gender role is an insult to the female gender and is an act of rebellion against God who instituted the process of procreation. And even when through liberal learned behavior, the female gender attempt to substitute role, it partially reflects the crisis of identity in our society. So who do you think she is? That's what the guy asked. She is woman, the only life giver on planet Earth. And we always end our clinic by reminding of ourselves of the two principles that help us make happy choices. The first one is from William Penn. Wrong is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Right is right, even if no one is doing it. The second one is like it. Truth is truth, even if no one believes it. And a lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. And we always finally end with a word to the wise. Our word to the wise comes from God, the Creator himself. And we go back to Genesis chapter 2 and verse 24. And this is how the Net Bible puts it in the translation. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and unites with his wife, and they become a new family. In the whole plan and the purpose of creation, God's intention is that the man leaves his mother and father, unites with his wife, and they carry the work of procreation. Visit my website for more information, www.goadriens, GOADRIENS.com, www.goadriens.com. Please look out for a new video posted on my YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter on the first day of each month. Connect with me via mobile or WhatsApp 668-9752 or via email peter@goadriens.com. Thank you for viewing. Please subscribe and like my video as I always request. The woman is the giver of life. God bless.